Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. It's MicheleMarieDalene. This is a members only stream because, well, you guys kind of earned it. The few of you we have want to thank you all for being here. It's members only in the sense that they can talk. No one else can. So do you want to join? The join button should be below, and you can click on that and to join as a member, and then you can talk too. So what we're gonna do is let the members ask me questions. About anything they want to know about me, about the show, Lumi, the cat, economy, politics, weather, whatever. Okay, basically, this is your time to speak up and say hi. How you doing? How you doing out in the wire? Welcome to the chat. Apparently, I guess my mods can watch too. But this is okay. And I want to look. But the problem is, can we get some new people today? That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see some new people come in. And so, for the new people, wherever you are, the other guys that are not wrenched, there's a lot of you that are not wrenched, but there's a lot more of you that do have wrenches. So, I don't know how this is going to quite work, but we're going to try. Okay? So, first of all, anybody that's in the mod list or anybody that is a member, I'd love to have you here. Again, like I said, if you have any questions and I can answer them, well, first of all, since we're not doing chat on the phone or on the panels, you don't need those. You don't need headphones because we're not going to need those today. But I definitely think it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to work. How are we going to talk about all the stuff that's going on? Well, we'll start with one thing at a time. Unfortunately, Mr. Space Heater is, of course, throwing a lot of BTUs per hour out here, and it's blowing the heat at me from the computer power supply and the processor core. So, yeah, it's going to be warm. But I just want to say to everybody that is here, all four of you that are watching, I'm willing to talk to any member. If you are a member, you could please join us. Maybe in a hour, approximately around 7:54 local time, we may go to non-members so that all the public could ask questions. But right now, it means that members get a chance to actually talk first. Also, members do not get advertising. Did you not know that? That's right. So, if you're paying money for an ad blocker, but you're a member, you don't need to. Because you get it anyway. It's a native feature built into the computer. Mojo said, I'm not a member, LOL. Right, but you're a moderator. You're a moderator. That's absolutely true. Yeah, you're a moderator. So the mods, apparently members in the mods do get to share some content. But then again, that makes sense. I was going to say that. How am I going to get all my mods in here if they're not all members? Tiger Kitty's both. She's a member and a mod. So, how you doing, Mojo? Jojo, welcome to the show. This is a kind of an experiment. We might do some more of these also. Maybe once a week. Otherwise, said, Michelle, what do you think is your best talent? I think it's your determination. I never really thought of determination as a talent. I tend to look at the skill sets I have. I definitely do seem to have a lot of knowledge and ability to, for most of the time, retrieve information fairly quickly from my huge warehouse in my brain, that big library upstairs here. It tends to hold a lot of odds, facts, figures, numbers. May not be exactly perfect, but I do indeed seem to have this ability to also analyze the subject and look at things from multiple angles. the skills of repairing things, even if they're patch and pray repairs. It's raining outside, by the way. I think you can see that on the ground outside, and you can hear the pitter patter of the raindrops. But I definitely say it definitely is either my ability to create things or make a repair or analyze the subject. It's really kind of hard to say what it would be. So I'd have to say it's many things. Now, by the way, this show is going to have an advantage from us because some of the non-members that like to start, which haven't been as bad as they used to be. You moderators have been there for a long time. You know what I'm talking about. We used to have night shows that would go pear-shaped for a variety of reasons. And I don't know about the rain. The rain might get bad enough to make the show go pear-shaped if we lose power. I don't know if there's any thunderstorms with me because I don't have my phone and it's charging. Mo just said I gave myself a pedicure earlier. It was nice. That's nice. A pedicure. I really did that. I did a manicure either, for that matter. Anyone else got any questions? I mean, I don't know how long this is going to run for. This could run for, like I said, an hour. This could run for 5 minutes, depending on if we lose power or something. Apparently, the weather is a little bit unstable out there. I can believe it. Yeah, your feet probably need a lot of love. Your feet are probably the one part of your body that takes a really serious beating. It's the same as with our pets' paws. You know, cats' paws, dogs' paws. You know, they get beat up too. Walking around carrying you around. Yes, it is. You probably can see some of the raindrops coming up into the camera shot. So it's raining pretty well right now. Raining from the sky, raining from the sky, raining from the sky today. Ay, 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 ay. Yep, it's raining. But I can't say New England hasn't gotten this plenty good fair share of a good soaking. New England this last month or so have really gotten a good soaking. After that major heat wave front came in, it made everybody miserable. In June, part of July into August now has been very mild. Temperatures up to about 25, 26 degrees Celsius. Not at all a bad day. Hopefully I won't. Hopefully I won't. I don't have any thunder, but doesn't mean that it couldn't happen. Our summer here has been a washout. I don't mind the last summer we had 10-week heat wave. Yeah, well, even this summer you guys had a lot of heat too. Down in the south of England, you guys have had a lot of heat also this year as in Europe. Temperatures 44, 46 degrees Celsius. You guys are cooking in the Mediterranean, especially Italy and Greece. Yeah, you guys are getting a break, even if it is a bit of a soaker. At least now I don't have to worry about having a brush fire or California style wildfires. I hate to see what that would be like for you. I was to meet one person living or dead. That's kind of tough because I never really thought about it. I would have if I had to pick a name out of my hat, just pick a name out of my hat, I would like to meet Carmen Miranda. Carmen Miranda started out as born in Brazil. I'm sorry, Portugal. Came to Brazil as an older child, moved in with her family in Rio de Janeiro. She started out working when she was like a working age, working in various places, trying to find some money to raise her family, take care of her brothers and sisters, and then just happened to find the right way to enter into the music and the dance business, working in cabaret clubs in Rio de Janeiro. Now, I think that's kind of cool when you think about it. As here you are, you know, and her father was like, because her first name is Maria. Before she changed her stage name to Carmen Miranda, and he was like, because he was devout Catholic. He's like, I don't really think being in these cabaret clubs is a good deal. But like she told the guy that was managing Carmen at the time, if you can keep my daughter out of trouble, and you can guarantee my safety of my daughter, I'm willing to give it a shot. She was like, I think 16 at the time. And she did extremely well. And she started to establish the name of herself with her forms of the samba. The way she would do the samba with the steps and moves was quite cool. So she went from the zero to a theatrical hero, if you will. And so I think that would be interesting to see how that would work. Unfortunately, it's like a lot of YouTubers in the motion picture industry. It's stressful. It's a lot of burnout. You know, was working on multiple scripts at one time for Fox, 21st Century Fox, and so in the end, she was just getting kind of worn down. Doctors giving her uppers and trying to keep her up there, but she kind of just was starting to kind of want to basically kind of just would like to hang it up for a while because she was just needed to take a break. And then she married a director. They were married for like 4 years, and she fainted after a show, on a show interview, and she later died the next day. But the thing they found out was because of the complications of her first term pregnancy of carrying her first child. Unfortunately, the child didn't make it either, and neither did Mama. Okay, they both didn't make it. But so she died like 42 years old, and it's really a shame because she was born on February 9th, 1909, and she died in 1954. Like I said, not very old at all. I would love to have met her in person, even if I could get in my TARDIS and go back to Rio de Janeiro, and if I had the ability to speak Portuguese, I would have said to her, "Hey, you got something special, kid. You're gonna just continue right now. Is that there's something about you that will be remembered for many, many years to come after your success in career." So, Sophia Loren was Italian, yep. I'd probably choose Hitler. Why would you want Hitler? Oh, okay. Well, that's an interesting thought. I don't know. Did he really regret his actions? Blaming somebody else for the downfall of the German people, even though he was from Austria? which means that, like Germans, Austrians speak German. And you know what? He wasn't even an Aryan himself. He even told it to Braun herself, his girlfriend there, Eva Braun. He said, "I can't make love to you because I'm not Aryan. I'm not the Aryan ship race. I must not breed with you because I don't have the Aryan traits." Why would you want to look for something like the Aryan ship race and then basically totally disqualify yourself? I don't understand. I think some people I know would have basically said, one of the people in this room that I'm sure is watching is probably still saying is, I'm great. I'm great. I'm right. You become successful when I tell you and all this. First of all, I bet if he was with a nice looking girl and he was trying to say is only certain people should meet to make what he called the super race, he could bet he'd put himself in the super race just so that he could find family and love and all that. I don't know. Maybe he would. Maybe I wouldn't. She aged bad good on her. She was an animal activist. Bridget Bardot. Yeah, Bridget Bardot is an animal activist. And in 1965, she was featured on a movie called, what was that? Houseboat? Houseboat. Sophia Loren was the other actress in the film. 1962. Is it 62 or 65? I think it was around that because they were just starting to come out with the equivalent of unemployment compensation. It was just starting to become a thing. Oh, okay. So it'd be about 65 under, yeah, under President Lyndon B. Johnson. Yeah, okay. What's the scariest amusement park ride you ever been? The Riverside Cyclone, the roller coaster, because I was afraid I was going to lose my glasses. I was afraid I was going to lose my my lunch. That's why I didn't eat before I got on it because I could see it from watching the ride. Just roller coasters in general, I just don't like them. They're just too much for me. I'm afraid I'm going to lose all my stuff. Or worse, afraid that something's going to happen with the harness and all of a sudden I fall out of it. Woo! Oh, we just lost one. That would be a pretty bad day for me. All of a sudden, especially since it goes in loops, all of a sudden you're upside down and all of a sudden the harness goes clunk. Uh-oh. Just like, help me out with something like Louie Coyote. Bye! Bye! Crash! That probably looks like something that should be a Wally Coyote commercial and cartoon short. He's on a roller coaster, goes upside down. All of a sudden, bink! All of a sudden, you see a big exclamation like, wink! And all of a sudden, says, bye! Bing! Crash! Unfortunately, that has happened in real life. Unfortunately, a couple roller coaster accidents, and it's scary to think about that. When you're going in a loop and you're upside down, you hope so God that the harness is going to hold you. That's it. Or what if all of a sudden your purse goes, blink? All your cards, look at all your purse contacts pour out into the ground below. Oh no, my credit cards, my cash, my money, my eyeglasses, all my stuff is gone. What am I gonna do? Well, then just shut the ride down so the poor crew can go pick up all your stuff from your purse. That wouldn't be good for me at all. There's a strand. Michelle, what is the scary? Okay, members only. Please, guys, for members only. Just join. There's a $2.99 a month plan. It doesn't cost you much, and not only that, you get to skip all the advertising on all my streams. You don't have to watch ads. It's kind of like YouTube Premium. It's just for one channel, right? So you get to skip all the advertising, all the pledge breaks. Some of you guys are saying, "Oh, I got an ad blocker for that." Yeah, for how long? Because Google's trying to find ways to shut down ad blockers, right? I know the Brave browser does have it. I actually do know that Brave has managed to successfully do it. Of those, I like the idea of flying. This is like the greatest American hero. But the difference is I was trying to make sure I don't lose the instruction book the aliens give me. That's what happened to the greatest American hero. He lost the instruction book. And on his first flight, he flew into a sign. BAM! I know, some of you probably didn't see that one. It was on ABC in the 1980s. I did. I was laughing my ass off. Flying into a sign. I can't control this! Bam! No, really, I would like flying. Flying would be fun. Imagine if you could fly long distances, right? Kind of like I do in World of Warcraft. But now I'm the mount, right? I'm the dragon. And then I could fly anywhere in the continental United States. Of course, I might have to take a break every so often, land, chow down a couple thousand calories, get back up there in the air again. Another trip. I don't know how long it would take to fly from Winston, say, to Los Angeles. But honestly, seriously, would you really want to fly to Los Angeles? You have to see it, right? Let's just say a talent company like David Weintraub Entertainment says, "Hey, Michelle, you got a good skill. I want to have you in my shows. I can get you to pair you up with the right people. And all you have to do is meet in my office." When? Tomorrow. Okay, I will start flying tonight. What do you mean start flying? You got a private plane? No, Mr. Weintraub. I can fly myself. I'll meet you in the morning. No, I'll take a few hours. Make sure to get all fueled up for the trip. Hey, I want about 25 candy bars, please. It's gonna be a long night. That's a good one. Rusty's here too. That's the reason I don't have the headset on. Oh, and I couldn't find these windscreen that he dropped. I looked everywhere I could think of in this room. I looked under the desk, I looked on the floor. I couldn't find it. Did you look underneath the rug? Just now, not there. The windscreens are readily available. I just gotta get one. Rusty wants to go outside, I think. You wanna go out, cat? Hey, hold on a minute. So, so it's too bad that there really wasn't any. Hi, Michelle. I control the spirit side, Dave. I'd pick flying as well. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about the TSA in the airport, right? It might take you longer to get there, but if you gotta fly, at least you can fly in your own terms. I mean, you won't have to worry about the TSA say, let me examine the contents of your purse. This is contraband. You can't have this. You can't have that. This is quantities too big. You can't have the much shampoo. What are you buying this for? Yeah, and it's just this really weird thing with the TSA. We still make jokes about it, but the truth is, they still do have this habit of being like that, and they're, especially international flights here in the United States. I mean, you can't just take anything with you because of international flight rules, but also the rules of the host country. Would you rather live in a castle, a cabin, or a houseboat? Oh, I like water. A houseboat would be nice. One that actually doesn't have to be just pulled by a tug. One that is able to have its own mobility, its own engines to actually transport itself. Kind of like the equivalent of a water version of a trailer. But a cabin is nice too. Let's see. Castles are nice, but I don't know. Depends on how big they are, guys. I mean, if they're too big, it's a lot of responsibility to take care of a castle. It's a lot of rooms. Usually a lot of rooms in the keep and everything. And never mind who's going to heat the thing. I mean, could you imagine your heating bill? How much is it going to cost you in gas or oil to heat the place? Never mind the electric bill. How am I going to run all those lights, Remember, it's only as the best because Trouser Rat's not here. See, Trouser Rat can't join unless he clicks join. Then he can become a member, and then he'll be like, I do a sinner. I could basically still pester Michelle. Honest and frank in here either. He's being quiet. He's not a mod anymore, so Looseness Rebel lives live is infested with sock puppets. Yeah, I used to be too. This is another reason why this feature makes it easier. And I'm sure Honest and Frank would say, hey, you're doing something. I never thought of this. Why are you doing this? I don't see you to do this. Oh, well, shut up, Frank. I agree with Michelle on this. I agree with Michelle on this. That it would be better if to have this once a week where we can go ahead, have a little fun. Even if YouTube says, hey, you're only getting a limited no ads on this. You know that, right? Yeah. Well, let me make it clear, okay, maggot? This is your life. And this is your life on YouTube. Get used to it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The thing is I'm going to go ahead. Speaking of limited no ads, let me go ahead and put my appeal in because YouTube kind of wants me to do that anyway. I don't know why it has to be like this, but YouTube has just been doing weird stuff. Well, what happens if you just made the stream? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Very interesting. Very interesting. I see a lot of dislikes, but I see green dollar signs. Nice. I like that. I do too. But hey, for those of you who hate the ads, come here. You see the button that says join? Click it. And then you can yell at me all you want. And you don't have to watch the ads either. Huh? How sweet's that? How sweet's that? I'm right here. I'm always here. Red. I'm always here. Yeah, this is an interesting idea. Michelle tried to do this a couple years ago, and the trolls were like, "We don't like this idea. We think it sucks." That's what they said. We are going to go ahead and flag you and do everything else to you because we don't like it. Because we want to talk and censorship. It's discrimination. Yeah, we don't want it. No, it's not that bad at all, guys. You know, it's just like when you have like HBO or Cinemax and the movie channel or Stars Encore, right? You pay a monthly fee and then you get to watch it in a cable system, right? Or now, of course, now there are online packages of movies. What's that about that? Nothing. How many people here really complain at HBO because they have to? I mean, some people used to wait for the previews in the 80s, right? So, like, during the 1980s, our cable system like that would be like, HBO is free this weekend. Let's go check it out. Okay. Then we watch the movies and stuff on the free weekends, and then, of course, just like a real movie theater, I mean, just like PBS, they'll be like having between the films a little pledge race. If you enjoy this free weekend, call your cable company now to enjoy 24 hours, 7 days a week of HBO content. Contact your local cable system now. Like, no one actually argued about it. It was free TV. I got to watch some good movies that way. Yeah. Well, we're just what's going on? Nothing. Let's go, Gate. How are you doing? It's members only stream. That's why there's like only mods and members. Well, there's only five members, so obviously it seems like it's mostly mods talking. But it's an experiment for my patrons to not my patrons. That's another stream completely different. That's gonna be another one probably for next weekend. It's gonna be for the Patreons. You're gonna be basically having a show for yourself, basically. Yeah, unfortunately. Michelle is too clever for the nasty trolls. Sometimes, but sometimes Michelle does get overwhelmed, especially when the nasty trolls try to trip her up, and they do sometimes. Yeah. But there's another mode I chose not to do, which is members only streams. Now, members only streams, or like you can imagine, you can't even come and watch it unless you are a member. Then you can watch it. But that also, unfortunately, isn't going to encourage people to come in and check it out either. Because they're going to go, what are they talking about over there? What are they talking about? They want me to join a sight unseen? I don't know what they're talking about. They're not. It says I ran into a paywall. Well, that's a good point. This, at least you get to see the show, you get to see the content. And where's Mother Asna? Mother Asna's in the in the other side, on the other dimensional plane. Keeping an eye on things. Right now, probably keeping an eye on the few stewards she has for the summer seasons, and making sure that they don't go too crazy with their actions. She's not like honest and frank. She doesn't sit there saying, "You gotta do what I told you to do," and I do it. You're making it rain too little. Oh, you call that a thunderstorm? That's like me taking a good piss. I wanted to lose. No, she's not like that. She's realistic. She understands that people are trying to find a balance. How you doing, Andreas? Welcome to the members only stream. Of course, mods get free seats. They get free seats and come in here. Do not worry, LOL. Comment says Frank is raging in illusionist panels about you and noodles, which is always kind of plugging me, right? In a positive way. I went ahead and I looked to see which channels I was featured on, which videos. I didn't see any from Yam Ranch. I saw one Chinese individual has featured me on their channel. A Chinese individual or Asian, I think it's Chinese, it was Japanese. I can't read the language to know. But anyway, the thing was, it was so cute. I was looking at content when my content was being shared, and it was like, this isn't so bad. Just leave it alone. It's not bad. Mostly I'll feature you about the one we did the 2021 UK BBC New Year's Eve celebration. My side of the stream. How are you getting on with the Mac Mini? It works fine. I'm just I need to get a hub for it and a Thunderbolt 2 DisplayPort adapter so that we can get the second monitor hooked up. And I did order the one hub. Ironically, I found the same hub in white, and it's on my Amazon wish list. So about $8 and change. This little 4-port hub, the one I found on YouTube was blue. They had yellow too. I went, yellow? Ew! I don't want yellow. I saw blue. I said, that'll do. Blue's good. I like blue. So I got the blue one. I have the white one on the wish list, which you can look into. I'll just let you know that. So anyway, before I came up here, by the way, I had some vanilla pudding, and yeah, I actually didn't eat a lot, but for those of you who want to know how to donate, those of you who want to go to my Discord, and of course the wish list itself. Yeah, wish list. Thank you. Now, I would love to have seen the ability to do pin massage. Thank you. Okay. So for those of you who don't know about the Discord, it's been most of you do. It's a place where you can come and talk. It's a place that's fun. And as you said, I had a long week, but did you get your... I did get your Twitter message. Okay. That's cool. I'm glad you got it. Well, right now, today, I just basically took a break from puttering around with the Mac Mini. I was just browsing eBay because we're going to get a few things fixed that has nothing to do with Mac Minis. That is one of the items is right here. Oh. Yeah, it's up here. Is this it? Yeah, it's some in the bag. Oh, okay. Don't dump it. I don't know. There you are. Before I can move the computer around, we have to fix the wired internet. Because the wired internet, it needs to be fixed. And so I bought these itty bitty little Keystone jacks. There you go. And then once you put the wires on, you just snap the covers on to keep the wires attached. The problem is, we need to get the connectors, boxes. Otherwise, what do you do? Have these little connectors just hanging loose on the wall, so they look kind of shitty. Not really a good thing. I don't really want to do that. It's been a few days. I missed you folks. I understand that, Andrew. I'm glad you came by. It was. I meant to be playing the day before, but it's so cold. But he has given up on it. Sorry about that. Maybe you can join me on World of Warcraft retail. It's NA Snow Queen #29. If you want to join us up on the stream over there, it would be really exciting to see you. Just to be honest with you, I think it would be fantastic to have you come up. Let me just check to see what the situation with Mr. Channel is. Yep, still good. Love it. Maybe YouTube is finally fixing some of the problems. I don't know. Activism has nothing to do with it. But he has given up on it. I don't know anything about Diablo 4. I don't know anything about StarCraft. The name StarCraft, is that Blizzard's kind of a space World of Warcraft involving ETs, aliens, spaceships, kind of thing? Starfield comes soon. I'm playing Starfield. It sounds like it sounds like something like a variation of Garfield. I'm a space cat. I need my space matter. Oh, I'm gonna go in my anti-gravity pod and sleep. Endless spaceship. Could you imagine me and Garfield the cat in outer space? Hey, John, you see, I'm still skinny. See? I can still float from wall to wall. That would be weird. That would be weird. I don't know. I mean, Microsoft has gone to the Security Exchange Commission and did Activision and said, hey, we still need to make this deal happen. What kind of terms do we need to do? Is the SEC in the United States going to let it happen? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe they will. We have 14 people. We have 14 people right now. And there's no one. And of course, there's not too many of the new patrons came up yet. But I hope it works. But I do hope that now that Apple is trying to work with the game porting kit that they're working on, and the beta test release is Silvermoon, or whatever it's called, macOS Sedona or Sedona, that they're gonna be able to encourage companies like AAA games to be ported to Mac. I'm really looking forward to them saying, "Yeah, let's do this," because I hear that the new DirectX support module that they created in the game development kit is going to make porting some things easier for developers. I mean, we know for a long time Macs have kind of been pretty much fringe. I'm getting very fine, thank you. I play World of Warcraft on it natively. The retail has native ARM compilation for it. And of course, I can play Wrath of the Lich King Classic on it too. I don't know if that's been an ARM version or just using the Rosetta, but it's working fine. I was playing World of Warcraft last night. And you know what? You want to talk about commercial laden video for 2-hour video? I didn't even put any ads in there. But YouTube said, "This video is good stuff. Let's stuff it." There's so many ads in the World of Warcraft gameplay from last night that I was actually embarrassed. I was like, did you really have to put that many? I mean, I usually put like maybe 15 in a 2-hour stretch. They put like 30 ads. 30 blocks of ads in a 2-hour gaming stream. Yeah, it is decent. It plays fast. And that's at deluxe settings. That's a top ultra. That's an ultra. That's not on kind of nice. That's maxed out. Maxed out. I'm playing World of Warcraft with no stutters, no jitters, no content flaws or slowdown. I don't understand what some of the things that Blizzard added, but they are, doing things. I am always a minimum man. Oh, I can see why. It makes sense in some cases to usually go for the lower end. I like, for example, in setting 2. Because setting 2, I like the water so much better. It's clear. It's clear. In level 2, the water is clear. It doesn't have any wave action, which is kind of nice. But it's really beautiful, like when the sun's setting over the water at level 10, and you get the beautiful ripples of the water and the sun reflecting off of it. It's so beautiful, especially right on the bay of Silvermoon. That is so gorgeous. Where the second entrance would be, that was boarded up too, which is kind of in the outskirts of the city. That is so beautiful. The sun hitting that water like that. Oh, okay, medium, that's fine. Of course, the only thing is this, because I'm connected right now to my Mac Mini to Wi-Fi and not by an Ethernet cable. This is connected by a cable. I obviously, you have to realize there's a trade-off because the way Wi-Fi works. I'm connected to the 5 gigahertz 5G spectrum, but because first of all, there's so many things on my in my building. It's on 2G. 2.5 gigahertz, 2.4, 2.5 gigahertz. That would be on 2.4, 2.5 gigahertz. I've been like trying to find a parking spot in the mall during Christmas. Anybody's ever done Christmas shopping knows what I'm talking about, especially on Black Friday, right? Doorbusters coming to your local mall. All of a sudden, you try to find a parking spot. You can't find any place to park the car. Well, that's kind of like 2.4G is like in my building because everybody's got the Wi-Fi in 2.4G. Everybody, but the number of people on 5 gigahertz is like very little to none. So it's like, oh wow, I got empty space up here. Oh, I only see a couple people, but they're like knowing that many people. Convict can't. He can't. I watched Screw Joey and free on YouTube. Ella Finney musical best. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Wasn't he also in Annie? Wasn't he playing Daddy Warbucks? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, that was Finney, I think. 1970. Yeah. I attempted now to do the same. LOL. Hey, Red, how you doing? Says Mojo. Then I realized it's August. Well, you know what's funny? ABC Family here in the United States has the Christmas in July. I used to have this on the ABC channel. They would have Christmas specials in July. And so you get to see Santa Claus and mistletoe and Christmas snow. All of a sudden they're dripping sweat out of my skull. Oh, I wish it was winter already. I hate it. Warm my heart. Free. Absolutely. Well, for those of you who never seen it, you should watch Annie with Eileen Quinn and Albert Finney, I guess was the father or stepfather. That was also good too. I got the original soundtrack, 1982 vinyl. I still have it. It's beat up and scratched, and Oliver and Scrooge, best characters in movies, and Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka, I never thought Willy Wonka was a Christmas movie. Then there's a third remake coming out for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Why do you have to have a third remake of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? I don't get it. But, it's just interesting. Remake the movies that they think are going to sell tickets. And they do. But then people say, but it's using the same scripts and the characters, maybe some slight adaptations here and there, but it's not really that exciting. They seem to have a thing about showing horror movies at Christmas here. Really? Horror movies? Why? Is there some kind of is it maybe a political reasoning? I don't know. You guys have Halloween like we do. It may not be a big deal in the United States and the UK, but you guys do have Halloween over there. It's the same day ours is, October 31st. Well, then you must have loved the, what was it, Nightmare Before Christmas? I didn't see it, but I've heard about it. Well, I don't know. Some of your food's interesting, though. Like Bubble and Squeak and a few other ones that I can't even remember now. some of the food that you guys eat is a little bit unusual, has unusual names, but actually seems to be fairly popular and successful. If that makes any sense. I don't know why that is. For example, here's another thing that's even more unusual. We got 16 watchers right now. 16 people are here watching. You would have thought a stream like this would be like 10 people, maybe. But we got 16 watchers right now. Well, maybe they're being shy, but don't forget it's members only. So the only members can say hi. But remember, I might just kind of open the floodgates a little bit to let some non-members on. But you know what? Part of me says if they like the content, they can, they can watch it, and they just have to just be quiet about it. But please, guys, do join the membership. You do have an advantage. When this video finally is finished and the advertising is running on it, you won't have to sit there and watch ad after ad after ad. Because as members, don't get ads. That applies to any stream. As long as you're a member, and someone told me this, and I didn't know this, on my channel, on my videos, you don't get advertising. Isn't that good? You get to watch me uninterrupted. It doesn't cost you anything other than a minimum of a $2.99 a month membership. And also, because of that, this is a very local personal stream, you will also get on these members only stream. We're going to do more of these. But we'll still keep them open to the public so the public can at least see what's going on. And don't forget, my mods obviously get to participate too. But there's so many people here that are mods that, but the mods can help, do help keep the show from getting too crazy. What level are you now? I don't really know. I kind of lost track because I have so many alts. Yesterday I was playing Braylon, and you probably saw me throwing a temper tantrum on screen. My character was jumping up and down and whining because all the screw ups that Blizzard did. Oh my God, he kept screwing up all these changes they made. First of all, my mounts disappeared off my taskbar, and my portals disappeared off my taskbar. So I had to go back and get all my mounts and my portals because I still had them, just, my account. I just had to go pile them back up. And then I went into Orgrimmar, and then they disappeared again. And I put them back in my taskbar. And next thing you know, I ended up with 2 sets of portals and teleport. And I was like, wait, why 2 sets? I don't get this. I figured it out finally. But then it just was a little bit disappointing. Not all of them. No, not all of them, but quite a few of them did. I mean, some. And then I couldn't find my thing to bring back my water buddy. I was looking for it so bad. I was like, where's my little water buddy? I said, where's the key? I looked in the spell book. It's not in here. It's not in. And then they changed the symbols and the keys. I mean, what they look like. And I was like, now what does this key look like? This is strange character look like. What does this do? Because Blizzard wants to try to bring the game into the 21st century. And then yes, it was more of a console guy though. No, but the only thing was this. The other thing was that what was that? And then they had this thing. Check out the new trading post, and it was like, wait, is this going to be a new monetary system now? Points to buy certain things and trinkets and skills? I was like, this is interesting. Why do we need this? How do I know how much so-called trinket money do I have? I mean, I was like totally confused. It's like, what is this trinket stuff? And then, of course, when they took out the follow button, slash FOL for short for follow, because I joined a group and I tried to follow the leader of my group and I couldn't follow him. And I kind of knew about this, but you think at least they would say something nice, like, I'm sorry, that button is no longer suitable, no one doesn't work anymore. And they took it out completely. It doesn't even give an error message. And I said to myself, why do that? And why wouldn't you just leave it in there? If you're already following somebody in your group and you want to follow a group member, you would think that they would say that's fine. Following a total stranger, however, could be questionable. I understand that there was reasons behind all this, but Blizzard, you have players of games that are blind, and there is one on YouTube or on Twitch. He's a blind gamer. I haven't asked him yet how he follows characters when he can't follow the players because of the follow features guide. I don't even know if it works under Classic. It has to stop botting. I understand it's supposed to stop botting, but it actually is hurting a lot of gamers that may not be able to see very well, and then they're feeling like, like the one thing that they may have needed help with is to follow up the leaders. I mean, when you have bad eyesight and you're trying to keep an eye on the scenery, especially if you're running or walking, and your leaders all of a sudden is running ahead of you, and you're like, all of a sudden you're like in the forest, and you're like, where did he go? Then you have to look at the little mini map, you see his little dot, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm like so far behind, or I'm in the wrong direction. And then you're like, how am I supposed to get to him? Or he just jumped off a cliff or something like a cliff, and I'm like, and then I had this is confusing. I was just really, really disappointed by that. Sorry, Michelle, but Ellen beats Silvermoon of her song list. I don't disagree with that. I actually do like both. I do like Ellen Forest because it's more like Earth. So you got the big trees, the nice country roads, like when me and Noodles were driving on the Master Genesis. That's kind of what the roads would be like in Ellen Forest, okay? And don't forget, Ellen Forest was one of the most key parts of the World of Warcraft that has been like was one of the core cities created originally for World of Warcraft. So yeah, it certainly put a lot of development, spent a lot of time working on that at Stormwind. Silvermoon came out later with Burning Crusade, and so Burning Crusade was a little bit of a rush job. And then when they created the Draenei, which was also in World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade, instead of giving them a complete whole zone for themselves, they split the zone in twain, and then half of it's Silvermoon and half of it is the Exodar. And of course, on top of that, the creators of Silvermoon City did not really make the city very well. It was just kind of quickly slapped together, and that's why it's no fly, because it's like it's not finished. And it really isn't. Silvermoon seems scary. I don't know. I never thought Silvermoon was scary. I never felt Silvermoon was scary. My character lives here every day. I mean, literally. Um, it is so conveniently first go in there. You're trying to find places inside Silvermoon City, and having to go through all those gates, and it gets kind of confusing. There's still the one gate that's covered with rocks. I still want to go to that one. I would send them an email and tell them your kid. I'm surprised other blind and disabled gamers didn't say the same thing to them. Don't worry about botting. Deal with the other more serious issues in the game, not botting. And when you think about it, the botters are playing for multiple memberships to play multiple characters on your server. I know that's cheating, but they're paying $15+ each. So why not? I mean, if you really got money to spend, like, 100, say 60 hours for 5 accounts or 4 accounts, and you want to play all 4 accounts at the same time, and if your internet has enough capability to do it, I would say as Blizzard, I'd say, oh, that's okay. Look, they paid for 4 accounts, so they want to play all 4 characters at the same time. What am I going to do to complain? Yeah. Yeah, but Stormwind really hasn't changed much. It hasn't really changed. So it's gray. It's dark. You know, never has defenses. Alliance can sit all day long and nothing happens. It does red, but it was not given enough love. It could have been finished. It was a hack job for the Burning Crusade. I hope that what I've heard that they want to redo Silvermoon City, like they did the Night Capital for the Nightborn. I hope that they're going to do that. I hope they're really seriously going to finish where they left off, because it would be really awesome to see that go on. I'd like to see that. Shall we open up the floodgates and let the other people come in, that people that are not members, or should we just keep it closed like it is now? I'm asking you guys now because Silvermoon City needs a complete redesign. Yes, I agree. I agree. I mean, first of all, they need to have, and this applies to any mini cities, they need player housing. We need player housing. After you have served your alliance, your faction, and you have lots of gold and silver in your pockets, wouldn't it be nice if you could have a virtual home for your friends and hang out at? Don't even get me started with garrisons and warlords and trainer. I got a garrison. Thank you very much. That is not a house. That is not a house. I'm in a place where, especially where computers and build these days, you can decorate it with the stuff that you want to put. Maybe even the ability to actually design the interior. What rooms are what? Which rooms are the kitchen? Which is the bedrooms, dining area? Maybe even the bath. Maybe you can't might be able to take a bath. Maybe even make it possible where instead of having those windows that just look like white plexiglass, or like some more red plexiglass, how about the ability to actually look out at one of the many scenes of an Azeroth? Maybe you like you know, Outland or something like that. Maybe you can have especially for blood elves, can visualize this, right? Have any kind of scenery you want outside your window. Oh, by the way, that's one thing that Dragonflight does not have access to is Undercity. But I was in retail and I pulled up Undercity's portal and I got to Undercity, the original Undercity, the way it was before Dragonflight. And so you can, I suppose, once you crawl out of the sewers, you actually will see the new Undercity. Well, I am so aligned, tell it well. Well, that's I understand that. I play both sides, just like I do in real life. I play a little bit of troll and a little bit of non-troll, right? Sometimes I troll people once in a while, but mostly it's for like gentle ribbing. I don't go out there and do mean stuff like send pizzas and call people, on the phone at all weird hours of the day, and I don't send the police to the door and all that. That's, to me, that's not trolling. That's just being mean. But when I troll, I have a little fun, mostly just on YouTube, just kicking them around a little bit. And let's be honest, there was one person that was on my channel that's just kind of fun to boot around. You know the guy is. So, yeah, that but he was doing the same thing to me too. So it was kind of like we were both kind of trolling each other. But finally, I told him after he started getting mad at me, he said, I think we have enough of this circuitous route of arguing and trolling each other. This isn't getting us anywhere. So I left the server. I said, goodbye. He left mine. Oh, actually, I gave him the foot to the backside and said, get out of here, boy. So now, like I said, news I got heard that he's complaining to Lucius Rubble because, oh, come on. Come on. Don't take it seriously. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's just I'm having fun with you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I don't want to be bad to you. I'm just having a little fun with you. And I know deep down he was doing the same thing. I mean, it's so obvious. It's not even funny. It's okay though, because as long as it's not meant to hurt a person, I think a little bit of teasing isn't going to hurt you. But if you get too far, I mean, really, if you go too far with it, then it gets ugly. Okay, then it gets really ugly. But hopefully, it doesn't get too far. That happens in other games too. Well, one of the things is, Andrew, I'd love to see you come over to Windrest Accord in the U.S. and join me and my Blood Elf and my Blood Elf Hunter and my Frost Mages and my Shadow Priests. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see you come out here and have some fun with me and my team. I met some good people, including yourself, that way, right? Woodson, I don't think I need to send Frank a pizza. I'm not paying for it. That would be one way. It wouldn't be trolling. I get to see. Oh, it's the New Rings that gets his dirt well. Ding dong! Who's this? Pizza guy? I didn't order pizza. Do I have to pay for this? No. It's already paid for it. What do you mean it's paid for it? The person that sent it paid for it. What's on it? Eggs. Eggs! Eggs! Boiled eggs on the pizza? Well, I don't know. It's free pizza, sir. I'm just delivering it. That's because he likes eggs. He likes bacon. Oh, he doesn't like bacon. He likes eggs. Maybe he eats sausages. I don't know. Oh, wait. It'd just be kind of funny to see that, right? Well, I'll just say this: that it's been a nice time tonight. It's been a very quiet time tonight. I do hope we can have more of these. I think a lot of people are kind of taken aback by this, even though I did say in this morning show that we're going to try this, and it worked fine. It went great. We had, oh my goodness, we had almost 20 viewers at one point. 20 viewers. It was still so nice to have this gathering of people to come together tonight. And next week, oh, thank you so much, Lally. Thank you so much, Lally. Long time no see. You got a wrench too, by the way. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Let's go pop you some lights here. Thank you. How about the ability to create my own reaction stickers? I'd like to have a couple of my own.
Congrats on the Apple Mac Mini, Michelle.
Good ones, bad ones. Maybe when somebody says something miserable or makes me angry, I can have an angry emoji or a happy emoji. But I do think that they should put the react, especially on the desktop. I think they should put the reaction sticker somewhere else, if that makes any sense. Because it right on top of the line of text, I would love so much. They're just not sure about the WoW stuff, Michelle. LOL. Oh, you mean the gamers or the trolls or YouTube? Who's they? Not so sure about the World of Warcraft stuff. I do think that some ways World of Warcraft seriously needs to go further with revamping. I definitely see that needing to be a thing. They need to work on that a little more. But I sure wish they could just get some new content out there. Thank you very much, Andrew. Always good to see you too. Absolutely. Thank you for the donation. Absolutely. I know my little kitty didn't come up. It's because, I don't know, is it on? I don't know. I know I was having problems with the little kitty. Oh, that's right. I'm logged into the Twitch Streamlabs. Oh. Still, thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated. If you guys want to make a donation in another way, if you want to, I have some inexpensive things on my wish list that I would love to have, and they're not that expensive. They're really cheap. Please check out the wish list. It has been updated. It is above, but in case you don't see it, please look at my wish list. It has been updated. There are new things in there, and a lot of old stuff was removed. And it might be easier for some of you people to send donations to the wish list. And I'd love to see more people come check it out. And also, if you are not on the Discord, come on to the Discord. Come on to the Discord. Some people do. After all, I got a lot of donations. I got some pillows. I got the Stream Deck. Oh, let's see if we can pull this up with some ring cord. All right, I'll just do it this way. I got my Stream Deck here. It's cut on the cord Please be careful not to rip it out of the wall. Oh, there it is. It's the Steam Deck right there. Okay, and we use it for different things. So let's start with some cool sounds. I can't hear, of course, so I gotta put the headphones on, but that was kind of cool. Thanks for the donations, guys. And then, of course, this one. I like that one. Absolutely. That's considered cymbal crash. And, of course, look at all the cameras and buttons, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go back to 3 for a minute. Let's go back to the last one. And you can see it's raining outside. Might be kind of hard to see with the camera in slow light. That's the scene of my downtown Winston right there. And this is me. You can see the on the camera. You can see how we doing the side chat and stuff, panels. And of course, send back to me here. And we got it all set now, so we can just press buttons to go to different places, which makes things really awesome. It's really foggy here, rainy, but they say it's staying at about 30 degrees Celsius. Coming, oh yeah, we're gonna be having some warm ones coming too for a little bit. That's the other reason we have the Mac Mini, because the Mac Mini is in the bedroom where the air conditioner is. So I can go ahead in there. It's always set for streaming. So I can stream in the bedroom. I can play World of Warcraft in the bedroom. But I just don't have the second monitor in the bedroom. But the television I have is not exactly the greatest quality. It's a little off. Picture quality is a little off. I see your camera's got a lot of getting. Yeah, it does. Okay, that's just because this is such a wide angle lens. That's why it's got a little bit of curve. I would think there would be a way you could actually electronically fix that. There might be. I just don't know what it would be. Yeah. But, yeah. Well, I want to just first of all say thank you for everybody for the donations. I appreciate that. And like I said, please do check out the wish list. And, would you like to have a Silvermoon cup like this one? Well, they're available, guys. For $20, you can buy AM 1610 Silvermoon cup for you to have your favorite beverage in. Maybe you want a North American Stoking cup. We have those too. Check out the online store and enjoy. It's right below here. And then we have the other web store. We have 2 web stores. So if I post a link up there, I'm showing the one for the other web store, which is more expensive, which is through Streamlabs. But we have 2 online stores. Love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. You gotta have all those stores, have all those monies. Hi. Oh wait. Anyway, I like playing around with my cameras, especially since I have so many of them. Yeah. Well, it looks like the audience is getting kind of tired, and I'm going to get something done too. I noticed I got some cords that kind of tangled. I got to untangle my jingle from my jangle. So I'm going to let you guys go for right now, everybody. It was a good first night members only chat stream. I want you to know I so much loved being here, guys, and I'll see you all like real soon. So please stay out of trouble, and I'll see you on Monday morning on the. Oh, don't forget Silvermoon Radio. We'll be on KICK.com on tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern time. What kind of music we're gonna play? I have no idea. Well, we'll figure something out for you guys. We'll figure something out. We'll find some music for you all. Now, for now, everybody, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye, guys.